Well, hello, 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 all of my sunshiny friends. How are we doing on this fabulous day? It is currently Monday, June 24th, 2024, and this is our week 16 recap. So 15 weeks in the books. Yesterday I took shot number, sorry, let me go back and double check. Yesterday I took shot number 17, 5 milligrams, shot number 17. So let's recap the week, shall we? For all of you who do not know, welcome. My name is Cheryl. This is my channel, Sunshine Storyline. And today we are discussing a full week in review, our recap of the week, how much weight and all the things have been lost this week on Zepbound. So I am currently on 5 milligrams of Zepbound. So for anybody who doesn't know, super fast, this is the Zepbound. It is a weight loss injectable medication, comes in a pen, looks like that. This medication specifically is manufactured by Eli Lilly, which I'm thinking that they're switching just to Lilly because Eli Lilly is on the computer. You know, that's been the name of the company, but everything just says Lilly on it. So I'm wondering if they're like, if the company name is actually changing. But regardless, so Zepbound is specifically prescribed for people who are considered obese, chronically obese, and Manjaro, which is it's sister medication, produced also by Eli, manufactured by Eli Lilly, the exact same medication, the exact same pens, packaging, everything, just a different name, Manjaro. Manjaro is prescribed and FDA approved for type 2 diabetes. Same thing with Wegovy and Ozempic. Ozempic is for diabetes, Wegovy is for obesity. That one is manufactured by Novo Nordisk. So this is the medication that I'm currently taking. I have been taking the Zepbound 5 milligrams for 12 weeks now. So yeah, let's recap our week, shall we? So I am 119 days in today. My shot day is Sunday, and it just usually depends on what's going on. If I film on Sunday or Monday, I try to get the video on Monday, so I'm going to try to get this out as soon as I upload it Monday. So yeah, I take my shots right now on Sunday. So I'm not going to make everybody wait around for everything. Currently, this week, if you count today, which I did because I weighed in today, I am down 2.4 pounds this morning. So if you went back to Sunday, it would only be 1.4 pounds. So depending on how, so it looks like I kind of lost a pound overnight, but yesterday I really was in a calorie deficit. It was shot day. I didn't eat as much. We were at a cookout. We were at a graduation party, but the grandbaby was there. So as soon as my son and daughter-in-law got there, it was time for the baby to eat. So I just took that baby and I went inside and I fed him, and then I was inside. So it was a couple of hours later and I had some taco salad and a little portion of macaroni and cheese and a calzone. And that was pretty much all I had for the day. Last night, I had maybe an eighth of a cup of fruit salad because there was there was donut cake, there was 2 different cakes, there was brownies, there was Oreo balls, there was like all these things, and there was a fruit salad. And I was like, I'm gonna have some fruit salad. And I had like an eighth of a cup or quarter of a cup of fruit salad just as I was talking to somebody. I was picking at it. So I lost weight kind of overnight. However, being completely transparent, I mentioned to you guys in my home vlog that I had begun the 15-day cleanse on Friday, the 21st. So Friday night, I took one pill from the cleanse. I took another the next day, and I took another last night. So the recommended dosage is 1 to 2 tablets. I've just been doing one. Um, and I'm not like going to the bathroom all day. I think one is a nice happy medium where I don't feel like I'm going to die, because I've seen some reviews. This one is also, it's by Youth and Tonic, and it's got like all natural. It's like flaxseed and a bunch of stuff. The one that was on TikTok apparently is like straight laxatives, and I'm good. Um, I don't know what would be happening if I was taking the two, but for right now, I'm taking the one, and I'll tell you why in a minute. So consider that I have been taking that for a couple of days. Not sure if it's like doing anything additional, but probably a little bit of something something. So for the week, I'm still averaging my 2 pounds, which I'm extremely happy with. So if we're going Sunday to Sunday, shot day to shot day, it's like 1.4. If we're going to the day that I film this, which is Monday, 2.4. So you guys can, be the judge of that. So in total, overall, 119 days down, beginning week 17, I am officially 33.4 pounds down. So I will take it. Still heading towards my 40 goal. July 13th is my goal date for that. But I don't put a whole heck of a lot of, whatever you want to call it, on dates and numbers. I hadn't really set, like, people keep asking me like, how much do you want to lose? I don't have a goal weight. I just want to be healthy at this point. So, if 175 pounds was healthy for me and I was doing all the things, then I don't really give a shit. But, I think we'll just have to kind of wait and see. So currently 33.4 pounds. I am happy with that. I'm heading towards 40 is my, my small goal for right now. Sorry, I got to try to remember to drink my water. So I do have goals for the week written down in here. Goals for the week. And one of my goals for the week is to remember to drink water. I have mentioned to you guys before that during school, I was still struggling. I always struggle to drink the water. I struggle to drink during the day. It's just not at the forefront of my mind. But in school, every girl in school has one or some type of, water bottles. I mean, all the kids have water bottles now. It just, that is what it is. We keep them hydrated, and we want to make sure that the kids are drinking water throughout the day, and they have full access. We have refillables within the schools. And we as professionals really instill in the kids to stay hydrated. We, if they need to go fill their water bottles, go get a drink, yes, absolutely. We never deny them that. But I forget often. So I had tried to set a goal with one of the teachers that I work with. Whenever, especially, there was one student in particular that was just like constant with the Stanley, and these things like drop it on the ground and they make so much noise. But every time she would drink her water, I would go get mine and make sure that I took a drink of water. It was kind of like a drinking game, but with water. So I'm going to really, really try hard throughout the summer to stay. This is, what is it, like 40 ounces? If I get through one a day, for me, that's good. And that's a lot. So, if that's what it is, I'll take it. I'm going to try to be better. I'm still drinking my coffee from this morning as well. And this has my protein in it. I just heard my son wake up for the morning. So we're officially on summer break. So my little teenager is sleeping in constantly. So I might get interrupted in a minute. So yeah, so my goals for the week, and I'm, taking 1 week at a time. This week, I don't have a lot on my calendar. After that, things kind of ramp up. And when we come back from vacation, we have a ton of appointments, and I'm in full blown Grammy mode. And I will be going back and forth to Connecticut because the kids will then be kids. They will be back to work. And I will be going back and forth until August, when August 27th is my official first day back. And I will be going back and forth to Connecticut so that I can watch my little nugget when she is working. So, yeah, my goals for the week is to have a plan. So that's huge. So I did kind of start a bit of a plan to what I'm going to eat, basically. So my coffee is my protein. That's, if I get that in, I'm good. So it has some protein shake in it, not a lot. I probably could do better. And then I have some protein bars and I have some Fairlife chocolate. So I'm going to try really hard to force myself to eat some type of a lunch or brunch by 1 o'clock, because I, in the summer, am horrendous with this. It's during lunchtime at school. We go to lunch. I go to the teacher's lounge. We sit there for the half an hour. So I'm more likely to eat something. I usually pack something. I'm mindful of it. When I'm at home, I am awful. So I have bought some little like snack pack cheese and cracker things that have some protein. I have my Fairlife chocolate. This week I'm being pretty lax, not with what I eat, but with what I buy. So this is a no spend week for me. So I didn't buy any groceries. It's much easier to not have to go shopping and buy just a couple of things that ends up into 80 things when we're not in school. So when we're in school and my son needs, he takes small water for his lunch boxes. He has yogurt every week, every day. He has fresh fruit. I'm more mindful during school to be doing those things. So my husband just came back from Texas. We had a party yesterday. I went through and I did an itemized list, which I don't know if I have. Yes, I did an itemized list. So I went through my my cupboards and I started marking down everything I had in the freezer and in the cupboards, and then what meals I could make. So these were the meals that I came up with here for the week with what I already had on hand. So coconut curry, chicken and rice, burgers. I have curly fries. I have stuff for salads. I'm going to do some pasta and I have no ground beef, but I've got a ton of ground chicken and I've got ground Italian sausage. So I'll do it with one of those. There's breadsticks, so my son can have some breadsticks. I have a steak in there, so I'll either do a steak or I'll do steak tips on the Blackstone. I have salad. My son, I will probably either make him some like chicken fried rice, or he likes ramen, but it's funny because I buy the ramen, but he only likes the noodles. He doesn't actually eat the ramen. I make the noodles and then I fry his noodles up with soya teriyaki, and then I put chicken into it. So it's more like a lo mein. So he calls it ramen, but he doesn't actually eat ramen. It's kind of funny. I have things for pizza, homemade pizza. I'm thinking I'm going to do it on the Blackstone. I'll do grilled pizza and a salad. And then I've got some frozen vegetables. I've got a ton of watermelon. I have apples and bananas and oranges. I think I still have some berries in there. I have cheese. So I have enough food on hand. So in my head, my goal for the week would be my protein coffee, and then to make sure that I eat something by 1-ish, because I start doing things and then all of a sudden it's too late. Either I know I have at least 4 or 5 Fairlife protein chocolates. So I'll put those in the refrigerator. I'll either have one of those or I'll have a protein bar and then a regular dinner. And I want to try to eat the watermelon that is already in there. So that's definitely on the list as well. So yeah, so have a plan was number 1, and I have a plan. Good morning, honey. How are ya? All right, I'm just filming right now. I'll be done in a few minutes, okay? My next goal for the week would be to track daily. I have been very, very, very lax in doing this the past probably 10 days to 2 weeks. So I am going to try really hard to get back on track. And I did start doing that yesterday. I put everything in, and that's how I know when I'm saying that it was more overnight weight loss. Um, I did not eat my 1,200 calories yesterday. I know it might have sounded like I did with having some macaroni and cheese and stuff like that, but when I tell you I had like 2 tablespoons of the macaroni and cheese, and maybe a half a cup of taco salad, um, and then the calzone was probably like the big one. But I mean, I had a calzone, you know, if you have like a big calzone and they're cut into pieces, like a stromboli, I think some places in the country call it. So, I mean, that was pretty much all I had other than the fruit. And then last night when I was hungry, I did have the little indulge bar, the ones that I had showed you from Aldi that are even a little less calories than the actual bars. They're like 110 calories. I had one of those last night, just because I didn't want to go to bed hungry. And I felt like because the party was so much earlier, it was at like probably 3 that I had eaten. And it was a lot later on. I was like, I'm kind of hungry now. So I'm going to make sure I have a plan. I'm going to track daily. I'm going to really try hard to exercise 4 times this week. So in my plan, I wrote it out in my calendar. So I'm dropping things already. Here's my calendar. And there's my planner. So my plan would be today to go to the track that's next door. It's like a town over. They have a walking track, but it's already like 86 degrees outside. So I don't know. I might have to change things up a little so my plan was 30 minutes of walking, the next day to do 10 minutes on the bike. I haven't really gotten to 10 minutes yet, but that's my plan. Then take a day off and then do the track again and the bike again. So Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Things might have to change just depending on the weather, because obviously I don't want to be out there and it's too hot. So hold on one second. Sorry, just trying to avoid background noise. You guys can see I'm like trying to change things back here. The picture that I had over here, I felt like it was too glary, but it must just be where the light is hitting it because this is still too glary. So I don't know, I might have to change my desk around completely to like put the camera in a different spot. But if this is bothersome, let me know. So I have a different setting that I'm using right now to try to blur out the back a little bit, but I don't know, it bothers me a little. So I'm curious if it's too much of a focus for you guys or not. But okay, so have a plan, track daily, exercise 4 times, no cheating. So, you know, I have those days where I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna have, like yesterday I made my son, see, I forget. Well, this is why when I track, I put everything in it. When I stop tracking, I don't. I made my son something to eat last night. He just wanted some chicken. And he was like, can I have some potato chips? And there was so I was taking the chips out and I like put chips in my mouth like 2 or 3 times. So to me, that would be cheating because it's not something that I would be tracking. So I'm going to try really hard not to do that this week. Stick to my plan and drink my water. And every time I say it to you guys, I'm going to do this stuff. And as you know, I have stuff in my water. I hate plain water. So I do have the one that I showed you from Dollar Tree. I have the watermelon lemonade or watermelon strawberry, that in here right now. So one of those packets is still plenty in here to give me just like a little bit of extra taste, and it has my magnesium in there. And you guys know how much I love my magnesium. So, yeah, I'm just reading through my notes. Yeah, one thing that I don't have as much of this week is fresh produce, but I have salad, I have, I have tomatoes, I have cucumbers, I have lettuce, I have a ton of watermelon, I have other fruit, so I have some frozen vegetables, so I don't have as much vegetables as I would like, but I have enough salad stuff for at least 2 or 3 days, and then vegetables will be put in there as well, but this is a no-spend week, so it is what it is. So one thing that I did do yesterday was some measurements for you guys. So I began my journey on February 27th. It wasn't until March 3rd that I took my first set of measurements, but it's only about a week. So these from my original measurements till yesterday, which I'm assuming nothing has changed. I have lost in my hips, which is probably my biggest area, below my belly button. That is the largest area on me. And I have lost 3.5 inches there. I had to measure a couple of times, and I don't know how accurate my original measurements were. So I've got like different measurements throughout the last few months. Because originally it was saying like I had like 5 inches, and I'm like, I don't think that's accurate. So I measured again. So I'm coming with like 3.5. So give or take, maybe give a little more, but 3.5 is still good. In my waist, 2.5 inches. Under my breasts, 3 inches. Across here, 4 inches. Of course, it's always the largest and always the first to go. My thighs, 2 inches. Around my calf, 1 inch, which I found very interesting. But in my whole body, where I carry the most muscle has always been in my calves. I danced as a child for a long, long time, and that's always been, my arms have always been super, super weak. I could never like do a pull-up. I could never hold myself up. I would like go down in a fight. But my legs were always stronger. Since my surgeries, not so much. So my calf on the right side is an inch down. My calf on the left side is more, but after my surgeries with the ACL, it was the left. Like I said, my muscles have been really shot, but I was surprised that I had only lost an inch in my calf area. My arms here are 2 inches, which I'm surprised because they're so disgusting. So overall, I thought that was pretty good. Now, I have told you before that I use my Net Diary as a tracker for weight. So let me go back. I use the Renpho scale, and then I use my Net Diary to track. But on the Renpho app, which is on my phone, there is a space where it tells you all sorts of numbers. Again, I'm not really sure how accurate all of this stuff is because, I'm getting on a scale, it's giving you a number, and now you're able to calculate all of these things. I don't know. I take it all with, a little bit of grain of salt. But what it's telling me on this app from, all of the current information is my BMI has gone down 5.4. So from the beginning to now, my BMI was 42. I'm currently 36.6. My body fat has gone down 4.4%. It was 56.2. It's currently at 48%. My muscle mass has gone up. So I found that very interesting. It was 88.2 in the beginning. It's now 91.4. So I've gained muscle. So that's good, right? I mean, I know we're all super concerned about, so I don't know if it's that I'm eating more protein or if it's that these numbers are stupid. Like, I don't know. I don't know how I get on a scale and it can tell me what my muscle mass is. I don't know any of the science behind any of that. My metabolic age is the same. So on this app, it also gives you, I'm sure that there's other viewers out there that have bought this scale. But there's a metabolic age thing. And so if you go to the very bottom, there's like all of these things, the BMI, the BMR, all of these things, and metabolic age is there. And it says that I'm 58. So to heck with you, scale. I will be 52 in August. So that's unfortunate. But it's kind of strange that that's the only number that hasn't changed, where everything else has made positive changes except my metabolic age. So, it is what it is. I'm not gonna, lose sleep over it. So one more thing I wanted to touch on. I really, really, really want to encourage all of you to be extremely careful when beginning these medications and talking to your doctors. I'm not saying this in a negative context. I'm really not. But doctors don't know everything. close personal friend of my dad's and one of my best friend's dad. So he was my best friend's dad, and he was also my dad's best friend. Just recently passed away. And many, many, many moons ago, he had had an accident. He had gone to a doctor, blah, blah, blah. And I remember as a child him saying he had gone to this doctor who was from another country and wasn't actually licensed here. And, you know, he liked to see other people, and people were like, oh my God, you can't do that. Why? And he said, why would I go to a doctor? He said, it's in their, in the title, they're practicing medicine. He's like, why do I want to go to somebody who's practicing? I'd rather go to somebody who knows what they're talking about. And sometimes people who have done more research, you know, have more information. And I'm not saying anything negative about doctors. Please, that's not what I'm saying. I always thought it was so funny. And the more I think about it now, what he said, that doctors are practicing and it's right in the name, I always thought that was hysterical. So I have had, I've had 2 surgeries. My first surgery, my ankle surgery, the doctor seemed nice enough. He came highly recommended. I have had nothing but problems. He has left the practice that I was at, and I don't know if it was mutual from some of the things I've heard. But I had nothing but issues. Nothing but issues with my ankle surgery. It is still not okay. There's definitely some damage that's been done inside, and to do anything about it, my current surgeon has told me I would have to start over, go in for an MRI. Probably two surgeons have told me my only option at this point is surgery again. And my ankle surgery was the worst thing I've ever done. It was horrific. The recovery was awful. I gained so much weight sitting around. Then I blew my ACL, and I was like, I was in tears. I cannot have another surgery. And I went to a doctor. He came highly recommended. I absolutely loved this guy, and he was phenomenal. And he did all the right things. And even my most recent appointment with him was literally within the week of starting the Zepbound. And I told him about it, and he was so supportive and encouraging and said, this is going to be amazing. You're going to feel so much better. And he gave me more information than my own actual doctor. So that is just my point. Doctors prescribe medications. I'm not even talking about GLP-1s at this point, all medications. And they don't always know everything. So how do doctors find out about medications? A representative comes in their office, asks for 5 minutes of their time, offers them something, and they decide to prescribe these medications. Any medication, right? And then 6 years from now, we find out that the medication's bad. And we could have the same problem here. What I'm saying is you need to be responsible for your health and your body. Do not assume that your doctor knows everything. You need to do the research. And even if that research is joining support groups and watching YouTube videos where you're hearing other people's actual stories of what has happened and how they have done things, and, you know, the trial and error of other people first, then do that. But please, please, please do something. And you know that I jumped into this cold turkey. My doctor didn't really know anything. She gave me no guidance. She prescribed the medication. And I was like, finally, I've got something. It was fulfilled. And I just started the journey. And then I started the research. And this is one of the main reasons that I started this channel, is to share this with you so that people just have more information. And even if it's just something that happened to me that I can share, that can be validated, and someone knows, oh my God, that happened to me too. Thank goodness. Now I know I'm not the only one, or the complete opposite. And the reason I'm saying this is because I was at a party yesterday, and it was a family member, and it's a very, very close family member of mine, someone that I have grown up with, someone that I spend a lot of time with, someone who I love and adore. And we were talking, and she has also started the medication, Mounjaro. She is type 2. And in talking to her, I was like, wait, what? She doesn't even know. Like, she knows I have a channel, but I think she just assumes they're still race videos. Most of my family, except for my brother's girlfriend, um, don't watch my videos. And that's fine. I'm not upset about that. But she didn't even know that was doing anything here. And as she's telling me about her experience, I'm cringing. And I asked a couple of questions and I was flabbergasted to the point where I'm kind of angry. Her doctor started her on Mounjaro at 5. No 2.5, no getting used to it. And she claims she gained 10 pounds. I don't know what happened. She gained 10 pounds within the first month, goes back to the doctor ups her to 7.5. She has been sick the entire time. However, has lost some weight. She lost 16 pounds over the last 2 months. So 7.5 is where she says, that's my dose. I'm like, how do you know that? Didn't start at 2.5, claims to have gained weight at 10.5. Her doctor said, I've never heard of such a thing. Every person I know has been losing weight, has been losing 2 to 5 pounds a week. And I'm like, what? Like, this is no. And she's been sick the whole time. Nobody has told her to eat better. Nobody has told her to increase her protein. Nobody has told her not to drink alcohol. Nobody has told her these things. And because her doctor's not telling her, she doesn't want to hear it. So in attempting to tell her my experience, it wasn't coming from her doctor, so she didn't want to hear it. And it really blew my mind that someone is giving such horrific advice. So please, if nothing else you ever take from me, it is to be responsible for your own health and your own body. And that is why I am here. And that is why I continue to put these videos out. And that is why when people share information with me, I share it with you. If someone in the comments is validating that, I also got sick drinking alcohol, if the greasy food isn't being intaken, then I'm okay. All of these things, but for someone to, and you all know, I had the same experience. My doctor prescribed it. There was no conversation. She upped my dose. There was no conversation. I will be having a full conversation with her in July. And to be perfectly frank, I will be giving her my experience and hope that she can take some of what I have learned and what I have learned from all of you to any additional patients of hers, because this medication is new and the doctors just really don't know. And then her boyfriend was upstairs sick, and I was like, where is he? And she said, oh, he's in bed. She said he started Wegovy this week and he's been throwing up all week. And again, there was no guidance. He owns a restaurant. I know what his food intake is. We discussed it, and there appeared to be no change in lifestyle. And while I am not the best advisor of, do everything I do because I'm eating salads, and you guys know that I didn't change everything. I just changed my portion. But it doesn't appear that any guidance was given here at all. And it just really broke my heart that doctors are prescribing this medication incorrectly and advising people improperly. And I just hope that changes soon. So I will continue to talk to her and give her, a little bit of advice if she, wants to accept it. And I will be spending the weekend with her. She is coming up on vacation with me. So we will spend some lake time together, and I will continue to, let her know. But anyway, I just wanted to make sure that I put that out there, that please, if nothing else, be responsible for yourself, for your health, for your body. Do your own research. Ask the questions, write them down when you see your doctor. And I think that's just about going to do it for my week 16 wrap up. We are officially on week 17. Woohoo! And 33.4 pounds. Hey, I'll take it. It's just 1 pound closer to my 40. And while I am here talking about goals for the week, one of my goals is going to be to clean out a couple of small areas. And I was watching YouTube this morning, and I watched Clutter, and she had like a whole list of stuff. And the first thing on her list was bathing suits. And I was like, I have to buy a bathing suit. So it was sunny when I got dressed this morning. So my plan was to go out by my little blow up pool that I'll show you guys another time. My pool is not going to be done anytime soon. So I bought a little blow up for my deck. So my goal was to go out there. So I put my bathing suit on. So I have my bathing suit on under this tank top. And when I put the bathing suit on, I realized that the straps, I don't know if you guys can see these, they're completely, like, they're probably going to break. The whole inside is like gone. And we forget that bathing suits kind of like rot. So I have to go try on my bathing suits, and I encourage you to do the same, because the straps are all, I could barely, obviously 4 inches here. So I had to tighten them as much as they could go. It was like snap, crackle, pop with the elastic. There's no elastic. It was just crunch, 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 trying to move it up so that things weren't falling out. And it was comical, but I'm thinking, like, there's no way this bad boy can go on vacation, because I have a tank top on for a reason, let me tell you. And the same thing for bottoms. So I wear 2 pieces, but they're like, so this is like a fully like covered up, like all the way. But the bottoms, the elastic starts to give way in areas that they just shouldn't. So go try on your bathing suits. Same thing for guys. The elastic starts to give out, all the things. So, it's summertime. Try something on, throw something away. So that is another goal I have for the week is bathing suits will definitely be this week, because I do have to purchase a new one. And I'm going to throw some stuff away. I'm going to pick an area, and I encourage you all to do the same. Don't pick a room, pick an area. So for me, it's going to start here in my office, but I'm going to start over there where I have a table near the bike that kind of ends up like the catch-all area. And I might even get the table out of there, because it ends up just being a place where things go to die. Everything else around me that you can't see is stressing me out, but I really need to do one thing at a time. I have to figure out a better organizational system. So that's another goal that I have coming up for the week. I will keep you all updated on anything else that's going on, and we'll check in sometime, towards the middle of the week this week. So yeah, if you are new here, I encourage you to go hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications. If you are returning, thank you so much. It's so wonderful to see you. Thank you all for all of the beautiful comments always. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you think it could help anybody else, I encourage you to share it as well. And for now, I think that's just about going to do it. We will see you all next time. Bye.